Yes, and we are going to drive to Blackpool. You know, makes no sense. But hell, been on this channel before, you know nothing makes sense on this channel. Let's try and let it a bit, it's a bit, it's very weak. Do it like that, there we go. Thanks, Matt. I was turning this way anyway, so I can go. Thanks, Matt. So, we're off ski. Hey, Bim. It's tough. I'm going to go quick. So you can do this in an hour. I'll be pushing it, I'll be honest, but you know. You never know. You never know. You never know. Oh yeah. So yeah, basically I got that to my mum, she was in bed. I went to Tesco, come back, she's fast asleep. I thought, oh well, okay then. Early dart. And I was going to do this, what I'm doing tonight, a while ago. However, it never happened. And now I find out I've got to do it ASAP because they're getting turned off soon. And the lights have changed. I'm not going to make it. Which is really annoying. Because I'm going to be sat here for about an hour and a half. There you go, I told you. So I'll go slowly over them. It should let them know, let the triggers know that there is someone still here. And therefore not to keep the other ones on green for too long. Exactly, Blackpool illuminations. The only time to do Blackpool illuminations is when they're on. Now I've checked the weather and it's 10% chance of rain at Blackpool at the moment. So by the time I get there, hopefully, it'll be a bit drier than what it is here. But I am on the Pennines here, so it's going to be wetter here. So we will wait with breath abated. So they keep moving. Trigger these bloody lights. There we go. Rose, I arrived at the lights just as they changed. Our bus might not have made it in time, I'll be honest with you. Oh, it did. It made it. Bus is going through now. So it's 9:58, 5.5 degrees, 3rd of the 11th, 2020. Now the lights were meant to be staying on until January. But because of lockdown, they've been turned off tomorrow night at midnight. So I thought, for posterity and the unusuality of them, let's drive through the lights with the camera on, live stream. So I'll stop this live stream when I get to Blackpool and then I'll start another one for the illuminations. Because also someone wants to watch an hour and 20 minutes of me driving a car for 10 minutes of going through the illuminations. Plus they might be really rammed as well. Although by the time I get there it's going to be about 9 o'clock, so it might be a bit quieter. Oh, I forgot to go slow then. Oops. 4 faults. So basically it's the same route as always. The only difference is we're not coming off at Horwich, we're going to keep going. So we're basically going to drive the full length of the M61, but that's not going to make it to the full length of M61 video. Because, I'll be honest with you, it's pitch black, and the motorway's pitch black. literally see Paul. So oh, fire engine. I wonder if they finished doing what they were doing earlier on then. How many emergency vehicles did we see before? What is this I see before me? 1 million. It was John Lewis van. Wow. Must be posh around here. It's obviously been to Mottram or Old Mottram Road or something like that. BMW driving getting a little bit impatient then and having to slam on the brakes even though no one had moved. Got an ambulance coming behind me, I think. Or is it going across? I don't know where it is. It stopped. Keep my eyes on that. So we're driving at night to Blackpool because any blue lights? Yeah, blue lights behind me. But I'm going the same way at the minute, so I'm going to keep going until I can't go no more. You can hear it. Which way is it going? He's turned off his sirens. I think he's going straight on here. Yeah, he's going straight on. We're turning right. Okay. No bother. Scotland no more. Glasgow no more. Edinburgh no more. Yeah, it's gone straight on. So the blues and twos behind me. This is the slowest BMW driver I've ever seen. I think you can actually hear the wheels of the BMW. All right, you pulled over now, have you? Right. Scotland no more. Glasgow no more. Edinburgh no more. Let's turn the heater off a little bit. Problem about this time of year, steam up a lot. Exactly. Oh, that's not my car. Right, this idiot here was in the the far left lane and has now decided to come into this lane. So I'm not expecting much from the start of this. Plus now looking at the vehicle, I think I'd be better off being behind the white car that I'm currently next to. However, I'm not in the lead, so I have to go off what the cars in front's doing. A bit like a Formula 1 Grand Prix restart. Here we go. In fact, the white car isn't going much quicker either. Oh. Okay, the white car was a bad choice. This car is a better choice. Mind you, still not brilliant, I'll be honest. We're only doing 45. So God knows what the white car is doing, because miles behind me. This isn't rain, this is spray from the car directly in front. So don't worry, it will pass. miles an hour. I told you that car was rubbish. I know that car's pulled back into this lane. So I'm doing 70 and currently undertaking a white van, which is in the third lane. Oh, now he's floored it. I'm doing 70. Amazing driving here. Doing 70. This is the car from the traffic lights that pulled in front of that other vehicle. Doing 70 as well. Left hand lane is about to disappear, to be fair. As for that matter is the lane I'm currently in as well. No idea where the white van's gone. We've gone on 11 minutes and we're getting to Oldham turn off. Of this car pulling off. Yeah, there we go. Pulling out in front of me. Thankfully, there's a bit of room. That car that was going off there has just pulled across the chevrons in front of another car who's just flashed the beams at him. Or her. Oh, this is going well already. I'm only going 10 minutes. Still doing 70. Now these cars coming on the slip road, their lane stays on, so we can basically go onto that lane because I'm well past that car. Oh, and bad driver's doing it as well. Well done. It will get drier the closer to Blackpool I get. I did fill the car up just in case. I also had a semi-substantial tea as well. Of spray around tonight, which is the worst kind of rain really, because it kind of goes everywhere. So excuse me if I don't respond to anything you write, but I am driving a car at 70 miles an hour on a motorway in wet conditions in the dark. So I'm a bit preoccupied. What the hell's going on with these cars as well, as is bad driver ahead of me. What do we do now? Got 3 cars in the middle there. I think we go around them. If he'd have undertook them, I'd have undertook them as well, because there's no need for these cars to be in this lane. Still only doing 70, so they're doing about 60-65 mile an hour in the middle lane of line of 3. Not overtaking anyone, not doing anything. Don't know what that's about. I know I said I can't listen to what you're saying, but you can talk amongst yourselves. Often get a good chat going on in these drives sometimes with different people. So I got the idea someone said they love Blackpool. Maybe someone else doesn't like Blackpool. I'm going to do a visit, explore Blackpool at some point. Why is there always so many cars when you get to... Jesus, I'm doing 70. But why, I'll go back to my original question. Why are there so many cars when I get to this point on the motorway? This is insane. I can see a gap here. Look across. Across again, miles away from anyone else. This little car's going to go very slowly around this corner. To be fair, the conditions are not great, so that's probably a good thing. Maybe the 40 is a bit too slow. Come on. Still behind this car now until we get on the motorway. Hopefully they'll floor it because we're on a slip road which takes us onto the motorway. The idea is in the slip road you accelerate. So when we hit the motorway we're going the same speed pulse. Near enough. Just pulled out in front of a car to come around that lorry. So it's a bit moist. It seems a bit drier here. It's only if you're behind vehicles you get the moisture rates. We're just under 70. I say that because of that car. Just that one, right there. Right, let's get out of this lane. I need to get past this car as well because they're doing about 65 miles an hour. So back up to 70. There's some lorries ahead of us, so they're going to get in the way. I'll move out of the way for the BMW. Pull out of it once. Oh, too busy on the phone. Oh, they have pulled out there. Very good. So we're doing 70. So we're doing 70 because this car will not move from this lane. Oh, they don't move from this lane now. Brilliant. I'm still doing 70. Got an articulated lorry ahead in our lane, which may or may not pull out. But we will catch it before the junction. There's no way around that. Cars are trying to squeeze in before that lorry. The irony is, there's another lorry in front of that lorry. I had to brake them because there's a couple of cars in front of us before the lorry. I didn't see the middle car. Come on, let's see what you're made of. Little red car. Doing 65 at the minute, which is plenty. Just thought I've got new tyres. We're doing 70. Stay on it to get past that car that's just pulled into my lane. Easy peasy. So we're doing 70 and we're coming onto the M61. We're now going to drive the whole length of the M61 at night. It's really boring. It's quite bendy. Remember, I drove this once with my daughter. She was only tiny, and it was Christmas Day, and I've been to see my mum and my stepdad, and we were going to see my daughter's mum. I was going to drop her off at my daughter's mum. We lived in Preston. So driving along this motorway, and it's dark, and it started snowing, and all I couldn't see the road, I couldn't see anything. All I could see was the snowdrops coming towards me. I felt like I was on the deck of the Starship Enterprise at warp speed. I absolutely terrified because I couldn't see the motorway because the snow was there weren't many cars out. Anyway, I caught up with the gritter, and I just followed the gritter the rest of the way. Because there's no street lamps on this motorway, so you haven't even got that to guide you, and you couldn't see the cat's eyes. So yeah, that was an experience. Big fireworks just got off next to me on the right, so you couldn't see it because it was too far away, too far right. By a white van man and his mates on the phone. It's definitely drier, isn't it, than it was on the Pennines. So when we come to the end of this motorway, what we do is we go over the M6 and then join the M6, and then we end up on the M55. And then 55 will take us to Blackpool, which is another motorway I'm going to drive the whole length of. So if you could make a note, Toff, of 22 minutes for M61, and I'll give you a shout when I'm on the M55, complete at night. White van man is driving round a car that's in the middle lane. However, the car in the middle lane is probably about to overtake a car in my lane, but still didn't need to be in the middle lane. Oh, this car's going really slow actually. I'm doing just under 70. Say hello to the bus shelter on the bridge, everybody. On the right hand side, if you're new to this, top of the bridge, bus shelter all lit up. Hello, bus shelter on the bridge. I've got a few car's catching me up, doing about 70 at the minute. Got a matrix on here, what's this? 40. Okay. Slow down then. They're rattling at me, and I don't want to be behind a lorry, so I can't see what's going on. Mind you, I don't want a lorry to be behind me. Can't see any brake lights ahead. Got cars coming at my left, right and centre. Oh, there's some flashing lights there. So I'll stay in this lane. It's obviously recovering a vehicle. Should slow down a little bit, because we are meant to be doing 40. As soon as I pass this vehicle, I will pull across. Right, now I'll pull across. Oh, we're going down to one lane, so it wasn't that. Make it pump. It's going down to one lane. This could be interesting. So I've got 2 lanes of cars on my right, and I've got a lorry behind me. I feel a bit trapped here. Sod off. We'll do 40, shall we? That's what you want, we'll do 40. That it? That would appear to be it. So I don't know what they're doing here, but they're having a go. Someone literally tried to ram me off the road then. I wasn't having any of it. You want to drive into the side of my car, feel welcome. Yours is worth more than mine. So that's normally where we come off anyway, so we're now on almost uncharted territory. I say almost because it's not really. So everyone's back up to full speed. To be fair, all the cars that, well, not all the cars, but a lot of the cars that were behind me have pulled off at that junction. At some point we'll come past Botany Bay. Also this service station as well. We used to have to stop here so mummy and stepdad could have a wee. Like, Jesus Christ, we've all been in the car an hour. So it used to take them about an hour to get here. Mainly because the M60 wasn't built at the time. We had to drive through Manchester. perimeter had been rebuilt completely since then. It was very 1960s, the service station at the time. Yeah, I kind of overreacted a bit then. I thought that was a bit nearer the part of the motorway where he comes on, but it wasn't. It was miles away. Good God, you don't need your main beams on, mate. No, it's dark and bendy, but it's not that bad. Dewsbury Brewery on the left. It's an housing estate now, I think. I do this during the daytime so I can actually see what it is. I'm pretty sure it's a housing estate. Soon we'll be coming to the other short motorway around here, which I think is the M67 if I'm not mistaken. To describe because I can't see anything. Am I going round? No? Okay then. To be fair, he hazard flashed me to say thank you when I went past. But I get the idea he's coming off at this entrance, this motorway, the A6 here. Which is when we were going to the caravan at Southport, we used to come off here. Maybe I need to do the my holiday drive. This is where Botany Bay is? Is it called Botany Bay anymore? I don't know. I see the gloom. Yeah, that is Botany Bay anymore. Complete darkness. Oh, it's a tree. Okay then. That'll explain why it's in darkness. This is the that thing lit up in front that looks like a monument. Is the yeah, it is Botany Bay on the right as well. Scientology Church of Scientology. Looks like a beautiful building. I might have to do one of my weekly vlogs from there and not tell you where I am. But if you watch this video, you'll know. They go, oh, I think you'll find that's the Church of Scientology. We know that because we watched that road trip we did at night on the way to Blackpool where he got run off the road almost by an idiot in a 4x4. We thought they could bully me. Him. Sorry. So we're 9 miles from Preston and 29 miles from Lancaster. At the moment we're in Tier 3 and Blackpool, Lancashire is in Tier 3 as well. So I'm allowed to travel from Tier 3 to Tier 3. However, it might be more awkward doing this if we were in lockdown. At the moment we can travel freely from Tier 3 to Tier 3. I keep forgetting we're in Tier 3. People even get what tiers are, I think. I'll tell you what they are. They're not enough. Tiers are not enough! ABC. That's your granddad. Right, third lane, left-hand lane disappears. So doing 70, and it goes onto that short motorway I was talking about. These are lockdown projects, aren't they, driving the full lengths of these motorways during the day? And the irony is I could probably do them all in one day. So you go now, it's a slip road, the left-hand lane. We are very near to the M6 now. Very near to the M6. Also got the signs now for Blackpool M55 as well. We're also going to be illuminated for a while, which is also good as well. Nothing behind me. I don't necessarily want to overtake this car, although there's a load of other cars coming up here in front of us. Maybe I need to overtake this car after all. I'm just about doing 70 and they're just about doing 70 as well, so this could take a while. Oh no, they've slowed down. I'm still doing 70. Nothing behind me. Apart from that car. Well behind me now. I'm still doing 70, so I don't know what's happened there. Anyway, this is the bridge that takes us over the M6 and swings us round onto the M6. I'm currently doing 70, but I'm not going to do 70 around here. So I'll get up the bridge and then I'll take my foot off the accelerator. Actually, I need to accelerate a bit more. That was nowhere near as sharp as I thought it was, but I don't do this bit very often because normally when I'm going up the M6 I'm already on the M6 at this point. Loads of lorries around here. Jesus Christ. And I mean loads of lorries. I've got one behind me, one overtaking the one in front of me, one overtaking me. We got ourselves a combo. Is this one going to move across? No, because that car is pulling out. No, there's going across now. I'm doing 60 at the minute, which is why I was not overtaking that lorry. Right, there we go. So we're back up to 70. We're coming down towards the Tickled Trout now. Not that you'd know it. looks pitch black. I honestly thought this part of the motorway were illuminated. I think it's a bit after the tickle track. Right, I don't think there's any point going into the third lane, second lane, because there's no one behind me, and this car's going to pull out in front of me in a second. Let's get around this lorry. How many lorries are there? I bet they've all got toilet roll in. You come in? Yeah. Because I'm doing 70, I'm not going to overtake you unless you slow down. Right, we're going over the river here at the tickle track. I felt it, I don't know whether you heard it or not, but you can feel the bridge on that one. Right, and then we're on the other side. So we're now heading towards Preston. It's 2036, 5 degrees on the 3rd of the 11th, 2020. Currently doing 70 miles an hour northbound on the M6, ready to come off at the M55. The car was desperate to get past us, wasn't it? Overtakes us both and then pulls right in front of the one in front. Then pulls out to pass us. Oh, and a car behind the lorry. Okay. We'll only assume it's going to come off on this new junction. Porsche. So we're going to what we're doing, we're heading towards Blackpool, and we are going to do a live stream of the Blackpool Illuminations 2020. Due to the fact they're getting turned off in just over 24 hours, and maybe not turn back on again. Unless of course they keep them up for the entire year, which is always a possibility. Although with the weather, January, February, they usually take them down because the winds are that bad at Blackpool. Got me up. Got more Matrix coming up. What's this saying? Lane closures slow down to 60. Well, we're already doing 60 to be fair. Or is it going to be us who get the lane closures, the M55, or is it going to be the M6 that gets the lane closures? Because we are very near now. Just going past that CPC place on the left. Yeah, it's the M6 that's getting lane closures. Down to 50. Everyone else seems to be carrying on at 60. Right, okay, this is weird. Down to 30. I've not seen 30 on a motorway before. And then it's over. So you've got to be careful going around here. I've seen a few crashes on here. Right, so you've just gone to the trouble of overtaking me. And now you're braking in front of me. Right now we're on the M55 and we're going westbound to Blackpool. So many cars behind me. They're not nearly behind me. They are quite a way behind me. Got that little car in front of us again, the up. Hoping to be doing some live streams during the day as well, during lockdown. Mainly because it's cold, wet and windy and I can't be arsed going out. But I will be going out some days, obviously, for exercise. Oh my gosh, they slowed down. Why have they slowed down? I think they panicked because there was cars coming up behind them. Yeah, kicking up the spray. Oh, 50. Down to 50, we're on about 55, we're slowing down. Right, we're on 50 now. Got a car overtaking me, but quite slowly, so I imagine they're on about 55, 53, something like that. Narrow lanes, doing 50, another car overtaking me any second now. Building your new junction. Alright, okay. That's nice. That'll make it interesting for nerds in the future to see this when they're building that junction. Are we done? Yeah, we're done. Got a couple of cars that were gaining on me. One of them has absolutely floored it now. Needless to say, it's got LED lights everywhere, so it's going to be a swanky car. Here it comes. Ha! Yeah, not swanky at all. It's a Golf. Or even a Polo, I can't really tell in this light. Just wondering where that junction's for. Because there's not a lot really between Preston and Blackpool. Unless they're building new housing estates and all that. You've got Kirkham, but that's about it. Maybe it's a connection with that road from Morecambe. What am I talking about? Morecambe's 30 mile up the road. I meant Blackpool. Maybe they're building something that's going to connect Blackpool and everything together. Blackpool and Southport are more directly than the way you have to go now. Well, to be honest with you, the Southport is an absolute ache to get to. Oh, it's a little car again, isn't it? Oh, I don't know who to take them. But I'm only doing 70. So this is Kirkham and Fleetwood. I'm still doing 70, so they've slowed down a lot. Another car behind me. Got brake lights ahead of me. Have I overtook this car yet? The answer is yes. If I can see them in my rear view mirror, then I'm well past them. Crikey, if I wanted to come off here, I could come out here, overtake these two, pull in, and get off without causing any disturbance to anyone. So why that car broke? In fact, little car's gone off as well. Aww. So we're on our road now. So we're nearly at Blackpool. So we're on the M55. Oh, I forgot to tell you when I went on the M55, Toff. God's sake. Right, there's a few cars following me, and there's a few cars ahead of me. What we're going to do is we're going to keep going until we get to the old railway embankment. And then we're going to drive down that, which is basically two-lane road, which used to be the railway line into Blackpool Central Station, which is now a car park near Coral Island. I don't remember it, but I remember that they put this road in so you could get to the car park. But we're going to come off at the ambulance station, and then we're going to drive around the back of the Pleasureland, and then we're going to stop this broadcast, and then we're going to start the Blackpool Illuminations live broadcast. So there you go. At least that's the plan. You know me, I like a good plan. I love it when a plan comes together. I love it when a plan comes together. First one to spot Blackpool Tower. It's not that red one, by the way. Oh. Wow, I'm doing 70. This car was nowhere before. I'll see Blackpool Tower because it's all lit up. It's been a rush. So Blackpool Tower is on my far right. Where those two red dots are, right near the splodge, Blackpool Tower is green at the moment. Right, we're not going Blackpool North, we're coming off here. I mean, we're staying on it, we're staying on the M55. So we're still doing a steady 70. It's pretty bone dry here, so the weather was right. So you should get a good view. Blackpool Illuminations live. Keep refreshing the page because when I do a live broadcast and then do another live broadcast, it doesn't always tell you I'm doing another one. Be a bit naughty. I will leave it a couple of minutes as well so it knows I've definitely finished this broadcast. Right then, so it's splitting down now to 2-lane motorway, and then not long after this the motorway ends and we will be on the little A road. Now most of the cars behind me seem to be going off at that junction. But I'm heading towards Stargate. At least that's the plan. Because I've not been to Blackpool Illuminations for a long while, but that's where they normally start. There's the Tesco. Welcome to Blackpool. Soon it'll say, please leave immediately. Right, we want to go straight on here. Although that says straight on as well. That says left. Anyway, this is the end of the motorway. I think we've already passed the end of the motorway, I'll be honest. This is now an A road. So yeah, they've changed this a lot, this roundabout. So this will take us to this little A road thing. 40 mile an hour, we're currently doing 35. Now this used to be the railway line. Again, I may have been on this when it was a railway line when I was a very small child. You may have caught a glimpse as well when I went around the roundabout of Blackpool Tower, which is still green. To be fair, this has been done up. It's a lot smoother than I remember. Last time I drove along here, it was like driving along a, I don't know what, something not very pleasant anyway. It's like a billiard table now, only very long black bent made of tarmac. So I wouldn't suggest you play billiards on it. Still doing 40 mile an hour, getting caught by the cars behind. Well, that's not my problem. This is brilliant though, because it takes you away from all that, all the other roads and everything. So, and traffic lights and people. Cars with me now. I'm still doing 40. I've noticed as well when I've seen things from Blackpool that they've knocked down one of the buildings next to Blackpool Tower. Now, when you look at Blackpool Tower and you've got the sea behind you, the building on the left used to be Lewis's, and now it's Harry Ramsden's and a few other shops and things, because they knocked it down and built that. And then on the other side it used to be Woolworths, and then it was Big Buster or Pound Buster or whatever. Anyway, looking at TV things on the beach recently, looking at it, it looks like it's a brand new building, so that could be interesting, because I've not been to Blackpool for a hell of a long while. Last time I went to Blackpool it was thunder and lightning and I was delivering leaflets in restaurants. This is so smooth, this road, it is unbelievable. It's rained a lot here because there's playing fields next to me that just reflecting everything. So it's definitely rain. We've definitely timed this right. Right, COVID warnings, obviously. I'm not getting out of the car, so don't have to worry about that too much. See Blackpool Tower in front. So that's a sneak peek. We're going to turn right here, which is it's the ambulance station. Thank you. Ambulance station on the right, Aldi on the left, and then we're going to go round here, and then we're going to go right round like a record baby, right round, round, round. Then we'll find somewhere to park. That was annoying. We'll find somewhere to park and we will have some fun. There used to be a shop I always wanted to go to just over this bridge. It was Planet something or other, or something like that anyway. It was really cool. But I never went, ever. This used to be a roundabout as well. Is it still there? Is it gone? It's gone. I think it moved around the corner, to be fair, but we're going that way anyway, so we shall have a look. I wonder what they sell in that shop directly opposite with the yellow and black sign. What's having a shop that says shoes and stuff? Infinity Comics it's called now. It moved around the corner. Well, it struck me somewhere I'd be like, oh, I'd love to go there. Anyway, we're now on the back of the prom. This is where it's quite scruffy around here. Actually, this end's alright. It's the town centre bit, between here and the town centre where it's quite scruffy. So we'll drive up here, and this will take us over the railway line, I think. It's a railway line, I don't know. And we are behind, at the moment, the pleasure beach. Trust me on that, I'm just passing the tower that they've got. You know, the old tower for the old ballroom thing or whatever it is. So if you've just joined us, don't forget to like. Also, I will be ending this broadcast and I'll be doing the Blackpool Illuminations broadcast as a separate thing. Because people want to watch the illuminations, they don't want to watch an hour and 2 minutes of me. Hey, I did it in an hour, get in. They don't want to watch an hour and 2 minutes of me driving here. So, yeah. Absolutely no idea where I am, other than if I look left through the hotels, I can see the big one lit up. So I reckon we're heading towards Stargate, which is what I was aiming for. And that's usually where the illuminations start, because they have that weird, or they used to have that weird 60s thing saying, welcome to Blackpool Illuminations, but in words, not actually saying welcome to Blackpool Illuminations, because that'd be weird. Right, I think we're at roughly the right place. So possibly need to turn right if I can. Now, yep. Otherwise I'll end up in St Anne's. As much as I love St Anne's. Oh, this might take us past Blackpool Airport. Well, I don't think it does. This is too small, this road. Blackpool Airport, I think's next road parallel. Some signs on this bridge, and I don't know what they're saying. Oh, wait. Don't think we need to worry about weight. Maybe if this was the end of lockdown, not the beginning of lockdown. Right, okay. I can see some lights. I'm trying to figure out what that is. I think that's just some lights. So we're not quite far enough up yet, so we're going to turn left. No, turn left. You're turning right for it. If you're going to right illuminations, you want to turn left, mate. Trust me. I'm a scientist. I can do science, man. Yeah, I can see the big, I know you saw it then, the big arch thing. So this road should, in theory, take us to Stargate. I know the double yellow line's all the way along it. Bit annoying. So set of traffic lights here. And then the old pontins down here as well. Which last time I drove past was being knocked down. I don't know what's there now. If you just joined us, I'm going to end this because I've driven here for this broadcast. But I am now going to go through Blackpool Illuminations. So if you haven't already subscribed, subscribe. And hopefully everything will be hunky-dory. Right, I need to go somewhere where I can set up and then turn round. So I can go down there, that'd be good. Right, he's going down there. That might be a good idea actually. But I'm gonna follow you, mate. Just you see what you're doing. Actually you don't, that's a dead end. What a fool. I'll do a Yui and then I'll go into Stargate proper. So don't forget to like if you've enjoyed this so far. Just going to nip down here. He's going to, I won't splash him because I'm not cruel. So we're right at the start now. Just check there's nothing here. Oh, this has been done up a bit. This used to be a go-kart track thing last time I was here. But now it's some kind of fancy building. So right then, no one's liked. What's wrong with you people? Thanks for watching. I will see you again very shortly indeed. Goodbye.